fan feature if you wish to ask Chrissy a question. We'll start with Anish this time around.
Hey, Chrissy. My question is just about Tisha kind of working in isolation. Just as a teammate and with the rest of the starting rotation, do you guys kind of know when she wants to take a possession on her own and kind of use that ability to make space and hesitation to get an open look? Or is that something that she communicates with you guys?
I think that since we have a 5-out offense, I think it really opens up the floor for all of us to be able to just read the defense. And so I don't necessarily think that she's just straight up telling us like, hey, I'm going to go one-on-one. I think it's just a read that she makes.
And you and Alacia have found success from deep recently, as well as Crystalline and Tisha as well. What have you seen just with the three-pointers opening up early in the game, especially for you guys?
I think one thing is that a lot of the bigs don't want to step out and guard Alacia, and so I think that they realize that she can shoot the ball, and so I think that's something that we can capitalize on, and I think it's just about instilling confidence in her, and before the game I'm telling her like, hey, you're going to make some shots today, hey, you're going to shoot the ball, and things like that. I mean, I think we have a very high volume 3-point shooting team, and so I think anybody can take and make open shots. I think that's really dangerous because like we can make plays for each other, and so I think that's just what you see is all 5 people on the floor are capable of making threes, and I think that's a really good thing to have on the team.
All right, we can move on to Alex Serino now.
Hey, Chrissy. Going against a much bigger side in Virginia Tech, especially with the tallest player in the ACC. What do you? I guess what did you know kind of about that going into the game, and ultimately what does the coaching staff kind of tell you guys specifically defensively in defending Virginia Tech?
I definitely think that it was more of a personnel scout game, just kind of knowing. I think my biggest thing that was going through my head was just being physical with the girl down low, knowing that if she caught it in her spot, she was going to be able to easily turn around and shoot it over me. And so I think Alacia and I were trying our best to be physical without getting fouls. And then also just guarding the three-point line. I think that's one thing that we really needed to focus on tonight, and we need to do a better job of moving forward. And so you take games like tonight because it doesn't get easier from here. So you just take games like tonight and you move forward, and we'll put it into works against NC State on Sunday.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about how it was, trying to handle what Caitlin can do inside, and ultimately whether you think the zone was kind of the right decision in defending a high-powered offense like that.
I think at the end of the day, you just have to take pride in your defense. I definitely know that I am not as tall as her. If I was 6'6", then it would be an easy matchup, but unfortunately I'm not. So knowing that, you kind of just have to play to your strengths. So I know that if I get her off of the block and she faces up, that she's not going to be able to beat me off the dribble. Now, if I get her further enough off the block, then she's going to have to shoot a turnaround jumper, and that's a lot more. That's a lot less risky than getting her in her spot. And so knowing that, just pushing her off the block, making sure every single possession I'm meeting her at the block and I'm pushing her out, making sure that every time she caught the ball that I was getting body to body with her, so she felt the contact every single time she caught the ball. But then also on the perimeter, I just think that we have to just do a better job of guarding the ball, myself included, and guarding the three-point line, myself included as well. So.
We have time for a couple more questions for Chrissy. We'll go to Michael Ostrowski.
Chrissy, even though overall it was a rough night defensively for the team, you had a good night rebounding on the defensive end, especially along with your last couple of games. How big is that for, having that presence in the backcourt, still being able to pick up rebounds?
Yeah, I think it's very important. One thing that we've been saying in our huddle is just get 2 more than your average. And so that's just really been my mindset, is just helping Alacia out on the glass down low, and then helping our guards out down low as well. If you see everybody else crashing and you're just standing around, I think that's not a good look. And so I think whenever I do remember, I just try to go down there and just be physical. And sometimes one thing that I've noticed is sometimes you might not even be the one getting the rebound. Just a simple, your presence goes a long way as well. There's a lot of times where I have tipped the ball out and they have gotten it. And so that also helps as well. So just making sure that I'm down there every time should be enough. So.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have with Chrissy tonight. Thank you, everyone.